I don't know why your camera keeps doing that, Michael.
If it happens, just carry on.
It's probably some kind of curse from Kristin, our resident witch.
I would never curse Michael.
Sounds like something a witch would say.
I love Michael way too much for that to happen.
She'd only curse.
For now, wait until he says Turnip Head is his least favorite character of the episode.
Then I might curse his computer. I don't know.
Exactly. How do you hate Jack? I get not being your favorite, but how do you hate him?
Very easily.
As someone who portrays medical emergencies for a living, that was not very convincing.
Smash.
Pass.
They very quickly buried them.
I hope Jin understood the word leg.
There's many.
Yes, you said leg.
He's just gonna pretend that he did it, and then he'll be like, "Oopsie!"
Turnip Head almost got them caught.
Oh my! Here comes the least favorite.
I swear to Jesus, if you Turnip Head, your least favorite.
Hey everybody! Welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Lost. Kevin, Michael, Kristin, and Brandon are here. We're here to talk about Lost for episode 10. Something nice back home. And you guys told me this might not be the most interesting episode, and there was still some interesting stuff that we'll get to talk about. So
I'm glad you're looking on the bright side, Jake.
There's interesting stuff. I said it wasn't a banger.
Yeah,
it's mid.
I mean, coming off of the last two.
Yeah, right.
Like a snooze fest compared to what we've had.
I hit Jake up. I'm like, oh, what episode are you on? He's like, something nice back home. I'm like, okay.
Did you think it was the one before?
I hoped it was.
I said this to them. I was like, why does Brandon want to be on this episode?
Yeah.
It's kind
of the one weekend I'm free, so here we are.
Yeah, it wasn't like, it definitely wasn't like the last episode, but like it's not like one of the worst. It's not like Stranger in a Strange Land. So.
Wait, do you guys hear Brandon?
Oh, do you not hear me?
Hey, Kevin, there's a thing called Q-tips. You should try it sometime.
Oh, is that what it is?
Kevin's just ignoring me.
Unfortunately, I can still hear you, so I know it's not that.
That's a weird problem.
Although you do have a very ear-piercing sound to your voice, so maybe. Hold on. All right, you guys keep talking. I'll be back in a minute.
Or don't. It's fine.
Can you hear me now?
Or, for that, I will be back as soon as I can. You're welcome.
Oh, look, the useless character's gone.
After years, Kevin has finally tuned me out.
Yeah, I mean, what were your guys' thoughts in general? I mean, I know, Kristin, I'm sure you have fun facts going, but...
I do. Before I get to the fun facts, though, Jack, I hate him in this episode.
Yeah.
I think at its heart, Lost is a character study, and this is another great character study episode for Jack, where he can just not be happy. He will not allow himself to be happy. He self-sabotages. He questions it. Like,
it's more than that, though. Like, he has these moments in this episode. I mean, even on the island and off the island, that we all like want to love Jack, right? Like, because he's like hero. But
yes, now I can hear Brandon.
Bet.
I was wondering what you all were laughing at. I was like, is there a private text channel that I don't know about? Like, what's going on?
No.
You guys can include me in a group chat. I'm right here.
We want Jack to be the hero, but like he is doing things like it's like we've seen with other characters where I guess maybe we don't forgive Jack as much because he is supposed to be that hero. So that when he has these like moments that he's just a complete and utter douchebag, that you're like, Jack, you suck.
What did I miss? What are you talking about?
We're talking about how shitty Jack is.
Come on, Kevin. This isn't a good episode for Jack. I will say, like, I think the off-island Jack stuff's pretty good, or at least interesting. The on-island stuff, I always just think it's maybe one of the most contrived plot points in the history of Lost. Like, I get that Jack is stubborn and that, hey, he needs to be in control, but the fact that he wants to be awake for a routine operation is just so silly, and then they end up just knocking him out anyway.
You have the shortened episode order because of the writer's strike, and they're like, we're going to keep in the plot where we take out Jack's appendix. Like, we have time for that, but not all the other stuff we had to do. Like,
it's like, again, it's like, Jack, like, what, you don't trust Juliet? Like, clearly she's a doctor. Like, you came in saying it was food poisoning. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, okay, he asked her when was the last time you did this, and she said, my residency.
When's the last time he did it? He's a spinal surgeon. When's the last time he did it?
Okay.
As a fake medical patient, it's a fairly standard procedure that doctors do all the time. And if you've done it enough times, it's like riding a bike. It comes right back to you.
Right. Listen, I'm not.
Oh my God.
Like why are we hating? Why is Jack a douchebag? Because he's nervous about someone who hasn't performed the surgery in years
As
doing it
opposed
on an
to-
island
As
under
opposed
firelight.
to-
Like what do you like? What?
like claiming it's food poisoning, letting it rupture and dying. That's where we're going.
Oh my god!
Like that's
Oh
where
my
we're
God.
going. I don't know.
Kristen, you have children. You're a leader in your family. Have you ever downplayed something that's wrong with you so that
Not a
the people who look up to you?
Not a life-threatening illness.
Oh my god, Kristen!
God,
Yeah.
you're
The
so
forced let me be mean to Jack because Kevin likes Jack is like off the wall right now.
So I'm sorry. This comes from the man who just hates on John Locke every opportunity for no
You.
fucking reason. What
Thank
leg
you.
are you standing on, Kevin? What freaking
What?
leg?
Brandon.
Okay.
I absolutely give John Locke the credit.
Wait,
where
John
he
Locke
deserves
wasn't
it.
even in this episode. I just realized that. Where is he? Oh, he's
That's
off
why
in
it's
the
bad.
jungle
No
fucking
one
around.
cares.
Okay, I remember. Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
I will say this episode, like the on island stuff, kind of irrelevant. Like the appendix thing, not much of a point to it. The Claire stuff is contract disputes, and then you got the on island, like the off island stuff with Jack, where they want to show you, like in the flash forward from the end of season 3, you see Jack in this like destitute state, and he's hallucinating, and like he doesn't know, and like he's really in a bad place. And this is the middle point. Like you go from where you see him at the trial, and he's well composed, and he's respected, and this is the fall off. Like this is where he really starts going down that path, and I appreciate that they can show us his descent. You know, like
Yeah.
Well, and it's meeting with Hurley that like really sets it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting. Like they set up this random like B plot in the last episode of like, oh, Jack's not feeling well, and then I don't know. It is a weird like subplot to just randomly do for Jack. So, but
Yes,
Kevin,
Okay, so I hate like
use your feelings,
when
Kevin. Yes,
Michael
use
is
your words.
right about anything, but like Michael's whole point the whole time has been they're not supposed to leave the island. Now,
Yes.
I have long said that is not up to John Locke to decide. That is up to the characters to decide. They should decide if they want to leave the island or not. And if they're not supposed to, then they need to find it out the hard way. Jack is finding it out the hard way, right? Like I don't like saying that Michael was right, but the clear thing that the writers are telling us through both storylines is Jack's not supposed to leave. He wasn't supposed to leave. He's not supposed to leave the people off the island. That's why he has the appendix issue. That's why he's getting sick. And then he does get off the island, and he's living off the island, and his life is falling apart off the island, right? Like,
So maybe if he just listened to John Locke, everything would have been fine.
no, because that is not because John Locke wants him to have no choice. John Locke thinks he knows everything. Like Jack needs to figure this out for himself. But that is the thing that they are letting us know as the viewer. That's the thing that writers are now saying. Like, okay, we're letting you know Jack is not supposed to leave.
Can I just say,
really?
Kevin, before,
Yeah, go for it, Michael.
can I just say it before we move on, Kevin? I do find it funny how even when you start a sentence with "I don't like to admit when Michael's right," it still ends up being an argument. Like you were agreeing with me about something, but it still ends up being a dispute.
You're
Why
right.
can't
Okay,
we just get on?
because you're right about the part that like Jack's not supposed to leave the island, but I do not approve of or appreciate how John Locke goes about that.
Sure, but like, okay, you're like every time you talk about Locke, you're like he's responsible for his own misery. But with Jack, you're like, no, it's not Jack's fault he's miserable. It's the island. The island is making him miserable because he was never supposed to leave.
The
Jack
voice
isn't self-destructive and started doing drugs and started flipping out on Kate for no reason. No, it's the island that did it to him. Like, let Jack take some responsibility for himself.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
If I could stand up and applaud Brandon right now.
I'm saying Jack needed to figure it out for himself. Like this is Jack's own choices, but Jack needed to be the one to make these choices for himself, not Locke making them for him. Like that is my point, right? Like Jack needs to go through this process. Jack needs to figure it out for himself. Like Jack needs to decide that Jack needs to be on the island, not Jack needs to be told by John Locke to be on the island, right? Like,
And we know that Jack is stubborn, so that might take him a while.
hi, why do you think I identify with Jack? So, no, I'm not. I think that you guys just like to try to get under my skin here.
Yes, thank you. That's why I'm here.
As opposed to all the times you tried to get under Michael's skin about Lost.
Oh, well, that's just funny.
Oh my
Let's
god!
do the fun facts. Otherwise, we're going to spend 2 hours talking about this
let's
garbage
go to
episode.
fun facts. Yeah.
Exactly. So fun facts, we have the numbers, of course. Jack mentions in the flashback when he's talking about the spine, the L4 vertebrae. He also gets 8 stitches, which I'm going to talk about the stitches when we get to it because those are the worst stitches I've ever seen in my life. With that, this one is for Michael, and I know he's going to be so excited that I brought this one up. Michael, this is just for you. Bernard is the reason why we have the name of the episode, so thank you, Bernard.
Yeah. It's the Family Guy moment. He said the thing. He said the thing.
It took him 4 seasons to do something remotely useful.
Oh my!
He did the Morse code. He did a lot. He made
That was 4 seasons.
Listen,
Yeah,
he
it's
made
4 seasons in.
He blew up the tent.
Okay, he
Like, what are
wasn't
you
in
talking
season
about?
1.
That was the best season because of it.
Oh my god.
He was there in spirit.
You know who else wasn't in season 1? Fucking Turnip Head.
Oh
Until
my
the end.
god!
He was very much in season 1. That's when he was born.
Right at the end.
Okay.
I can't wait.
All right, moving on. Scadden's Pharmacy that Jack filled his script at. That is from CSI. So that was a fun fact for CSI. Rose also turned into Sawyer by calling Charlotte Red. I was here for it. I love it. She had this moment. Also, don't piss off Rose because
When's the last time Rose was in an episode?
it's been a minute. She's been
Yeah.
we talked about she's been doing the sexuals with Bernard. It's fine. With that, a couple of fun bloopers for us. The newspaper that Jack read in his flashback was from August of 2007, where it mentions the Red Sox and all of that, and it also mentions the Angels versus the Astros and gave a score update, game update. That happened in June, so whoopsie.
Oh.
Also, is this props or does Juliet, even though she's a doctor, have a spelling problem because forceps and gauze were spelled wrong on the little list that she handed over?
Doctors have terrible handwriting. It's fine.
It's all, yeah, I agree.
Also, detector is a wired smoke detector, as all hospitals will have. So the only time it would beep is if the power went out. So the battery wouldn't affect anything in a hospital smoke detector. Also, Jack's lab coat spelled wrong. Shepherd was spelled without the H on his lab coat.
My
Oh, really?
Yeah. It always makes me laugh because then when he closes his door later, it's clearly like Shepherd, like how it's and we're like, guys, we couldn't fix this. Like, who did this? This is the best fun fact though, and it's kind of like a think about it moment. If we remember all the way back, Raised by Another, Malkin, the little crazy dude, but
Richard Malkin. Yeah.
He told Claire, obviously, you have to be the one that raises this baby. Like, no one else can raise them. But then she came back and he said, actually, I changed my mind. Very happy couple in LA can raise this baby and they are not strangers. And who is raising Aaron right now?
Oop.
Oh.
I mean, happy couple, like maybe not. But
I was going to
Didn't
say,
work
we're not
out,
exactly happy by the end of this episode.
yeah. But I always found that interesting that he because he brings up they're not meaning like he was saying like they were not strangers to him, but it kind of fit. Anyway, let's get into this episode, shall we? When we start this episode, we got Juliet trying to wake up Jack. He is in the peaceful slumber. This episode has a lot of people waking people up when they're sleeping. Don't wake people up when they're sleeping. Like,
Agree.
Especially to have a conversation. Like, that's what you want at 3 a.m.
Oh, yes.
Good father.
Yes, we're gonna get
What?
but yeah, no, Jack is completely out of it. He's obviously sick. We saw that leading up from the last episode. We're now getting everything from that. But we have him walking out of the tent to a ruckus, if you will, because Rose and Bernard are.
Can you describe this ruckus, please?
I will. It is Rose and Bernard pissed, and she says, "Watch your tone, Red. I am living for Rose being pissed off." But Jack, I'm the hero. You guys got to trust me. We're getting off the island. And then he immediately passes out. That is concern. Our hero is down. What are we going to do? But that leads us into our first flash forward here where Jack, he wakes up to a call. Somebody's like, I know how you are about your schedule. I just wanted to remind you. He's like, yep, thanks. Great. We see him pick up some underwear. We see him make coffee. He steps on a toy, which I'm
And
sure.
we don't think it's his underwear.
I did.
Maybe
I had a
it is.
moment where I'm like, damn, Jack.
I mean, listen, to each their own. I'm
I
sure
was sitting there watching, and I'm like, what were they wanting us to believe? Because I already know who this is gonna be, but like the random underwear strewn about, like he's woken up like in a daze, like what did they want us to think this was?
Yeah. Also, the toy is the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, so I loved that.
Or Disney, but
you would love that.
I noticed the women's underwear. Jake noticed the Millennium Falcon toy.
just so we're all clear.
100%.
dead.
But then to everyone who loves naked women, there's a naked woman in the shower, so yay for all you. And that naked woman
Appreciate
just has to be Kate. So they are
So
obviously.
Kristin was immediately angry.
No, actually, I'm not, because she's leaving my man Sawyer alone. So to each their own. Take a shower and have sex with Jack. I don't care. But we also see the moment where later on that evening, Jack is reading Erin a story. She's, of course, looking lovingly at Jack. Who cares?
Was it Alice in Wonderland?
It was Alice in Wonderland, yes. And then, of course, he walks out to after reading the story, walks out to the hallway, and they have this moment where he's like, how's it going? She's like, I just love watching you with him. This is so great.
I did not like the way she said it. Like, it seemed as if like seeing him read turned her on, and I'm like, okay.
Just also, I don't love this part about Kate, because we do see that Kate is kind of very much like a powerhouse of a woman a lot of the time, and kind of on her by herself kind of situation. She does not need a man, and this seems like a very needy Kate, crying I just love seeing you with him. It just, I don't know, it's like appeasing his ego. I don't love this moment.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only time that's their dynamic too. Like most of the time when they're together, it's as partners in some way, and this is just oh, you're such a good dad.
I assume that this is young Evangeline Lilly, who has no maternal instincts yet, who doesn't know how to be the proud mom watching over the dad, right? She just doesn't know how to channel this character right now, so she's just whatever.
I disagree. I thought this was fine. This is coming off the back of the courthouse where Jack has separated himself from Claire now. And also a fun fact, did you notice that in the episode Jack never calls Aaron Aaron? He only ever says the baby.
Yes.
It's he can't even bring himself to say the name Aaron. But Kate's just, they've come off the island. Things were good for a while. He couldn't be around Aaron, and now it's getting back to a good place. So she's just enjoying that and seeing Jack interacting with him.
God.
I think that's fine.
Sorry,
no, I also don't have a problem with it. But I'm saying I think the thing that they're picking up on is probably
Can I just point out? I'm not realizing that Jack is Aaron's uncle and was going to be his father.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So they should be in Florida, not California. Got it.
What I'm trying to get at is she's being very I'm so glad you changed your mind. You're so good with him. It just does not fit the Kate.
I agree. The dynamic we've seen, it's very different.
Yeah, she's just turned into this I don't know, helpless kind of damsel in distress. Thank God you're here to read him a story. I would never be able to do this myself. You know what I mean? That's the vibe she's giving off. 100%. Whether you agree or not.
Well, then it's not 100% if we disagree.
We're not allowed to disagree with Kristin.
That's not how percentages work, Kristin.
It's 100% facts. You guys just are wrong.
You're allowed to be wrong. It's okay.
They're facts.
I am with Michael. I agree with Michael. What I'm saying, my point is, I just think that I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think this is a cute moment for the two of them. That we're seeing they have, before we see the breakdown later, before we see him drinking and doing drugs later, he does have this time where he has everything. He has the wife and kid. He has the good job. He has the nice house. He has a nanny because he's got so much money. He has the perfect life, and she's so proud of him, and they're happy together.
Yeah, now that you say, I think it's really just servicing the story of this is the highest high, so they can show the lowest low later.
Correct.
It feels a little bit. Yeah.
I also believe that Michael really loves the scene because at the end of it, he gets to see Kate's ass. So, I mean, that's where I think
I missed Kate's ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to sync the audio, so I was skipping around a little bit.
I'm not
I'll go
a
back.
shallow person that would only care about it for something like that. I'm not you, Kristin.
Oof. Don't apologize, Michael.
Sawyer has way many things than just his looks and his body, and I love him for all of it. All right, moving right along. Jack, we're back on the island here. Jack is sick. Kate is worried. Sawyer is protecting Claire, which is adorable. Like, this whole new side of Sawyer is adorable, and I'm going to mention it, and I don't care. But him, like, protecting it, telling Miles, like, don't talk to her, like, don't look at her. We're going to get a restraining order out of it. Not my restraining order that Kevin keeps trying to throw out there. It's
no, because that was legally binding.
It was not. He tore it up. But Miles starts hearing, like, voices. He's like, what's going on? Hold on, everybody stop. And then he's like, who's Danielle and Carl? Claire's like the French chick. I love that she's still the French chick. Do we love that? She's, like, how long have they known Danielle at this point? And now she's still just like the French chick. But he does uncover their bodies that Kimi and them half-ass buried.
Very shallow graves.
I was shocked that they just took the time to actually bury the bodies. Like, I felt like they would just want to leave the bodies lying around as, like,
yeah, that's the end of the last episode, right? Just out of nowhere the bullets start flying.
Yeah.
I think the thing about that is, for them, that's a selfish thing. It's not like, oh, let's bury the bodies. That was a selfish thing of,
let's
like,
hope no one finds them.
They don't want people to know that they're killing people.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, that makes sense. So it's
like, that shows, like, because it's such a shallow grave.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't here for the last one, but yeah, it's just like Rousseau's such a big part of the lore in the show, and then just at the end of an episode,
it's so like unceremonious.
Out of nowhere. And R.I.P. Mira Furlan, like, phenomenal actress. Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah,
like, I didn't give a shit about Carl being dead, but when Rousseau got shot, when I was watching it live, I did not think for a second she was dead. Like, I was like,
remember watching the episode,
she's gonna
like,
be hurt, but she'll come back. And then, like, this episode is like, oh no, she's actually dead.
So unprompted. They're just having a conversation, and then pew 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 pew. Like,
but to the point that they just wanted to keep people from knowing that they're killing people. They're very shallow graves, but Claire and Sawyer just walked right past. The only reason that they found them was because Miles
was here. Yeah,
Miles hears dead people.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't see them like
He doesn't see them, but he hears them. I was so good to say. I'm glad you did. Anyway, we get Juliet checking in on Jack. He is in the tent, still not doing well. This is where he says, I have food poisoning. And she's like, yeah, no, you don't have food poisoning.
Yeah, I've done a lot of those cases in my day. For those who don't know, my job is I pretend to be sick so students can diagnose me with things. And often I'll come in with food poisoning and leave with appendicitis. So, realistic.
But yeah, so she does realize that it is his appendix. He has to have surgery. He's not keen about this. But he's like, I'm going to be awake for the surgery. She's like, okay, you're an idiot, but sure, we'll go with this right now. Like, I also love that Juliet, like, I think knowing who Juliet is, I think all along she's like, you're going to be awake for about 2 seconds and then I'm going to knock you out. Like, I think she was like, that's why
she put chloroform on the list. She had this plan.
She knew this was happening. Like, she's like, I'm not sure. Yes, Jack, you can stay awake. Yes.
The reason you like knock someone out for a procedure, it's not just to numb the pain. It's because if you make an incision and someone like jumps, you're going to cut right through their appendix. So like.
Yes, most definitely. But Juliet does send Jin and Sun to the med station. Faraday offers to help because Sun's like, listen, I know I've been a really good nurse for like this entire series, but I'm not actually a nurse and I don't know what this shit looks like.
Right. She's like, my qualifications are that Jack told me what to do and I did it. Like, I don't know.
And I went and found the sea urchin.
And the patient died.
But yeah, no, I mean, so Faraday offers to help and they're like, no. And then Charlotte, of course, has a smart ass comment. And then he's like, this is why they don't like us, Charlotte.
You have to say it in a whispering voice, though.
Yeah, that's Faraday. Charlotte, they don't trust us. We
Also, he yells at her in a whisper. He's like, Charlotte, this is why they don't like us. But he offers help, and they're like, sure, go right ahead. And Juliet's like, Jin, shoot the guy. I don't care. Just shoot him if they try and run away. I don't care. She like zero fucks given by Juliet. In this
it's very like other behavior to be like, oh, and if they don't obey you, shoot them.
Yeah, shoot him. I believe specifically shoot him in the leg.
Yes.
But she also was probably like, if you miss, I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
Juliet is one of those people. But yeah, so they go off to find these things. Juliet also tells Kate, like, hey, this is kind of a serious thing. Like, he could die. So, like, this isn't, like, it's an easy procedure, but, like, just a heads up that your main man over there might be taking a turn for the worse and dying. And she just doesn't sugarcoat a lot. And that's another reason why I like Juliet. Like, she's always to the point. Like, shoot him in the leg. He might die. Like, she's just always, like, to the point.
I think she was saying if he doesn't have surgery, he'll die. Like, again, appendicitis is very routine. An appendectomy is very routine, but appendicitis, yes, can kill you if untreated pretty quickly.
Correct. Yes, correct. But we go back to Sawyer, Miles, and Claire again. Sawyer protecting Claire. Miles can't even look at her. He's like, don't look at her. Don't talk to her. But we also go back to Rose and Bernard here. And this is kind of the main thing of this episode is she's like, why did he get sick? And like, we don't get sick here. We get better. Yeah. And so like Bernard's kind of like, listen, Rose, I've believed you on a lot of stuff. Like, I'm going to stay here with you. Like, I understand that you're feeling better, but like, people just get sick. And she's like, no, they don't. Not here. They don't get sick.
This is like one of those first times that someone has gotten sick while being on the island. So it is fascinating. And like the fact that Rose hasn't like had like a relapse or something while being there. Like I think it's very, very interesting. And I do think it's probably a plot point that comes up later on. So.
I mean, the last time we saw it was Ben getting cancer.
Right.
Like, why is
that
the
time
island
Sun
punishing
accidentally
Ben? Why is
poisoned
the
Sawyer?
island punishing Jack?
Yeah. I mean, I also think there's a correlation between Ben and Jack, though, too, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ben has not, like, maybe not done things the way that he's supposed to, and this is why he got cancer. Jack's getting ready to leave the island, and the island doesn't want him to, so this is why, you know what I mean? So it always seems to be, that is the punishment. Like, this is supposed to be the most beautiful, happy place, like, everybody's fine. Like, almost like Garden of Eden, if you will, before the sin, right? Like, since it's Easter weekend. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like this paradise, and then human sinned, and then of course now we have all this stuff. It's kind of like where that is leading to, like, the island is this like paradise, but don't piss it off because then you're gonna get something massive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think as we get closer to the end of the season and there's the possibility of rescue, you're seeing a lot of these conversations of who is trying to get off the island and who secretly is like, I don't know if we should leave, or not so secretly even.
I mean, poor Kevin, like, he's going to have a field day if Sun, when she's trying to leave, dies because...
Sun needs to get off the island. Pregnant women die on the island. We need to get Sun to safety, which is not on the island.
She will, it's fine.
And we've seen the flash forward. We know she gets off the island. Right?
Yeah.
I love that reveal when you find out it's two different timelines.
Yes.
Great reveal.
Anyway, but yeah, so, of course, Jack also tells Juliet he wants Kate in there. She's going to hold the mirror. Juliet's like, shouldn't we have somebody with medical knowledge here? And he's like, no, it's fine. Kate's got it. She's going to hold a mirror. Like, I also love that Kate's only job.
She up my back once, so she's good.
Right. She's got medical experience basically at this point.
She totally sewed me up when I, like, on day one. But yeah, so then we go back to our flash forward where the doctor Jack over here that has his name spelled wrong on his lab coat gets a call. Seppard gets a call about Hurley. He has to go visit Hurley because Hurley's refusing to take his meds. We hear Jack talking to this doctor like therapy is at a halt. Like he's not.
Yeah, no, that's so weird. The doctor's like, and we stopped giving him therapy because it's not working. What? He's in a sanitarium. That's what you do, is you give them therapy hoping it won't work. You can't just be like, no, he didn't want to do therapy, so we just stopped. Like,
well, he doesn't say he didn't want to. He says he doesn't think I'm real. So
sure.
They might not be able to
You still give therapy. You still sit them down with the therapist for a session.
Yes.
He's saying they stopped sending the therapist in. They're like, we just stopped. We stopped trying. We're gonna let him just do his thing.
I mean,
also, it is the same.
It's not how mental health services work.
Dave, it's the same character.
It is the same. Okay.
Flashback.
It is for TV, right? So like it's for dramatic effect. But then B, like, are they saying the therapist isn't going in, or are they saying the therapy just isn't, like, nothing's happening?
In other words,
because
we stopped therapy. Like you said, we halted. Like you literally said we stopped giving.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Like, in my mind, I'm just like, oh, yeah, because he doesn't think you're real, so what are you going to do?
Medication! You medicate that man.
But anyway, Jack goes in to talk to Hurley, and he goes into a lot of things. He's like, listen, we're all dead. All the Oceanic Six are dead. Like, there's no point, like, all these things. And, like, Charlie's visited me. And he talks about, he's like, he actually told me to give you a message. He made me write it down. I love this because this is such a Charlie and Hurley. Like, we know their relationship and their friendship. Like, you could actually hear Charlie being like, write this down because you're going to forget it. Like, you know what I mean? So, like a fun moment. But the message is, you're not supposed to raise him. I also love that Hurley's like, do you think he means Aaron? No, he meant the stork. Like, I don't, who else is it? Like, I don't, like, what is
Vincent.
this?
You're not supposed to raise Vincent. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's true. That from their happy little like perfect family, they are missing the dog. They are missing the dog.
Yeah, we don't get as much of Vincent as we should.
The goodest boy. Where are you at?
The goodest boy. But yeah, so he does say you're not supposed to raise him. This does set Jack off. He's like, take your meds, Hurley, in a very stern voice. And he's like, oh yeah, by the way, he said you're gonna get visited too. Have fun. Good night.
Yeah, I was wondering immediately if that meant like Charlie was going to visit Jack as well. Obviously, we find out like who visits him makes much more sense. But because it hasn't happened in a while since like season 1 really. I don't think Jack's gotten that visit. And
they show this in the flash forward at the end of season 3 when he's talking about his dad. And
yes.
He's like, get him down here. He's as drunk as I. I'm
right.
sure he's drunk too. Like this is
This episode messes them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it sure does. But yeah, so going back to the island, this is also a major thing that we get from this episode. They do get to the medical station. Charlotte goes to go down first, and Faraday's like, "Hold on, let me go ahead of you." Like, so cute, but like, also Faraday,
it's
you're not
very cute. I think he weighs like 98 pounds soaking wet, so I don't know what he's gonna do.
To like a Charlotte and Faraday in a fight, I think I'll put my money on Charlotte.
Right, I think Charlotte's way more likely to defend him, but it's fine. It's cute, so it's fine.
It's very cute. But also, Sun and Jin start speaking Korean, and he's like, do you think that she knows that he has a crush on her? And she's like, she's a woman, of course she knows. And she tries.
It's also very fucking obvious that Faraday's in love with her. Like, he does not hide it at all.
No, he does not. But Charlotte does turn around and kind of looks at them and smiles. And Jin picks this up immediately, and Sun's like, okay, let's go down. Like, Sun, Jin is on to something. Like, give him a minute. But they do go down into the station there, and they speak a little bit more Korean. Jin is still picking up that Charlotte's looking at them and kind of understanding what they're saying. And I find that this, like, obviously we're going to get a season 1 Sun or Jin come out later on because of this. But this is definitely something where I think is us as an audience too. Like, I immediately kind of picked up what Jin was doing too. Like, right away, I was like, she smiled. Like, it's like all those moments where like you can tell that they know what you're talking about, right? Like, they mess up. It's like when Sun did it, like when she laughed at the joke, and then Kate's like, "Wait, you understand me?" You know what I mean? It was like that easily was picked up. So I don't know if you guys picked that up when you first watched it, but I also
find it really funny that like Jin cares about the island drama. Like when he's like, do you think he knows that she knows that he likes her? Like, Jin's getting involved in the love stories, and he's got like a rooted interest in it. Like, season 1 Jin wouldn't give a shit about this kind of stuff. I like that he's actually paying attention to the people.
He is.
Yeah, Charlotte's fairly underutilized. Like, I think Rebecca Maydeer is a great actress. Like, she was very good in Once Upon a Time too. So I'm happy when they give her moments.
I didn't pick up on it on this watch. I'm assuming when I rewatch it, obviously knowing that I'll be able to like pick up on it more. I just thought like, I don't know, like I guess because I did see her like looking at them and stuff, but I didn't register until we get that Jin.
Yeah, if you know it's there, it's very clear that she understands what they're saying.
Yes. Yeah. That's
what I was like, do we know already? Is this something that I know because I've watched this, or is this something that we all know because it's come up before? I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, her whole thing when they like scout her, right? Is she's like a linguist, like she knows all these languages, and she's like, right? Yeah. No, am I making that up? I'm making that up. Don't worry.
I don't remember.
It's probably true. Keep going.
But also we go back to Sawyer and Claire and Miles in the jungle. And they hear somebody in the bushes. Sawyer protecting Claire, get behind me. He's got the gun ready to go. And it's Lapidus. and Lapidus he comes out and he's like, "The hell y'all doing here?" And he's like, Frank, how's it going? He's like, "Dude, Kimi is behind me, and if he sees you guys here, you're going to die. Like, you need to hide." And
and then Sawyer's like, "Oh, you two know each other? The only new people to this island know each other?" Yes, Sawyer. Like, what?
Listen, he's thinking about other things, mainly me. But so they do go and hide, and this is where Michael's going to make Turniphead his least favorite character, because he does make a little baby coup or whatever that Kimi does here. Good thinking on Lapidus, though. This is a really like quick, fast, like, I got to get him out of here. He's like, "Listen, guys, like, it's getting dark. I'm not going to because Kimi is ready to go. And we already know that Kimi's sadistic. Like, yeah, he will kill a baby. He does not care. With that, we hear Frank repeatedly, like, "We got to go. It's almost dark. It's almost dark. Like, come on, like, Kimi, hey, like, come this way." Kimi is still like zoned in, and he goes, "I refuse to fly on Faraday's coordinates in the dark." And then he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess we'll leave." like he totally forgets that, like he gets into this like zone, like this killing zone. Like you're trying to get your buddy who just like survive. And also, how do they survive the smoke monster? Like, whole other thing too. Like, whole other thing. But like, you just like are all about Kimi. Like, "Where's the helicopter? We got to save my buddy." And then like a little baby coup, and you're like, "Oh, kill time. Like, he's so.
I haven't been here for season 4, but I love Lapidus. Like, he's just so over it at all times, and Jeff thought he gives some of the most iconic line readings on the show. There's one that hasn't come up yet that I absolutely love, but he's so great. Like, Lapidus is just always like doing the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, out of the new characters, I think when he first showed up in season 4, I think I made him one of my favorite characters of that episode. And like, I don't know, out of like the 4 that came here, I think he's like the best person out of them.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
Like, I think he is legitimately trying to do the right thing. Otherwise he wouldn't have told them to like hide from Kimi. And like, I don't know, like I'm very interested to see where Lapidus ends up.
And he always chews it up. Like, they don't give him much, but he always makes the most out of what they give him. He's so great.
But I also think from this group, like, granted, Faraday and Charlotte are pretty much like they have no idea what's happening. They're like, they are clueless on everything.
They are there for other expertises, and it is not exploring an island.
But I think, I think what we're getting to, because we also hear Miles say it earlier when he found Carl and Danielle, like, he didn't sign up for this. They were not told that people would be dying and killing people. Like, you know what I mean? And Frank's like coming in, he's like, "This guy's psychotic, and I want no part of this." Like, you can kind of see that these characters that we're coming to see and grow and know, they're like, this was not what we were told. Like, we aren't the bad guys, even though we came with the bad guys. So like, leave us alone here. But yeah, I think that's
I also love about this scene is like, Kimi, I love what a great job they've done in such a few episodes of making Kimi such like dangerous villain.
A psycho.
Like,
he might
especially coming off the like the Alex episode where it's like, "Oh shit, Kimi's coming. Yeah, hide." Like,
right.
if they get caught, he will without hesitation shoot them all in the head. There's no talking to this guy. There's no redemption here. This is like
I think
purely
he is
evil
the most
character.
unapologetically worst person on this show. Like,
yeah.
Because even
on a show with Anthony Cooper, that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's Anthony Cooper, but like, because even like Ben, Ben has his moments of self-reflection. Anthony Cooper, like, there are moments of kindness and all the shittiness. Kimi, no, it's just constantly like, I just want to shoot shit and break shit, and I don't care what happens in between. Like.
Yeah, no, that's what I was meaning. Like, he like immediately went into kill zone for just a baby coup. But anyway, we also get Jack walking out of the tent, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm walking 50 feet. Like, I don't need a stretcher." And so Kate's like, "I'll help you." She also, he kind of goes into the moment of like, something happens to me, and she's like, "Shut up." And he's like, "Okay, touche." Like, all right, I get you. But like, he brings up that moment where she's like, "I'm your nurse." He's like, "Not the first time." She's like, I sewed you up that one time. But yeah, so just again, kind of like pouring into their relationship on island and off of island. But this is where we're going to get into it of Jack waking Kate up in the middle of the night for zero reason other than say, "Am I doing a good job?" If you woke me up to say, "Am I doing a good job?" I would punch you in the face.
Am I
That's
now?
not why he's waking her up.
What?
Listen, he was not planning this until he had a moment with Charlie. No, he was not. No.
Wait, Michael, what are you saying?
The doing a good job was like affirming what they had built, and of course the reason he woke her up was to propose.
No.
You think
What?
he just thought, oh,
That's even worse. You're gonna wake me up at 3 a.m. to propose? No.
Yeah,
That's not. You're not.
Don't do that.
But I don't believe that he was planning on proposing in that. Like Jack is going to do a full-on proposal, like a massive gesture of a proposal. This is because he went and got scared and spooked by Hurley, and he went and bought a ring and was like, "I got to marry this girl because I don't want like anything else bad to happen." Like this was not planned out. This was I guess I'll propose to her now.
Yeah, Jack a good father. He's a doctor who probably works like 12 hours a day while Kate's at home with the baby all day. No, Jack. No, you're not a good father.
Yeah, I just it's a weird thing, and I said it when we were watching. I mean, this is just such an awkward story about proposing. If I've ever seen one, because you generally aren't gonna have someone talk about how they propose to their future wife in the middle of the night.
I mean, at 3 a.m.
Right, but lots of proposals also like don't go the way like people imagine in their head. Like my friends accidentally got engaged next to a porta potty because they were both runners. They're both cross country runners, so they ran around. They went for a run at the track and then got engaged right after, and then realized after, oh, there's a porta potty right there, right? Like sometimes it just doesn't go the way that you expect it to go, right? Like something's not there that you planned. Like so, I don't fault people for having weird proposal stories.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But also, I mean, again, this was doomed from the start when you're proposing out of like fear. Like, you know what I mean? Like Hurley just told him you're not supposed to raise him. And so he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to marry her. Haha. Just shut up, Charlie. Like
I find that very relatable. Someone told me not to do something. I immediately am going to do it.
Right. This is a doomed marriage from the start when he's like,
this is why I don't get engaged. This is why I don't date, because I make stupid choices like this.
This is why you love Jack. Going back to the island, the group returns. This is where we get Jin straight up out of season 1. Because he confronts Charlotte. He's like, starts speaking in Korean. She's like, I'm sorry, what? And he continues speaking in Korean. She's like, let me go get your wife to translate. He's like, listen, bitch. He's like, I know you speak Korean and you're going to stop lying or I'm going to hurt your buddy Daniel. You know, that guy that has a crush on you. I'm going to break one of his fingers every day until you guys like, okay, Jin. Like 0 to 100.
It's a bit much, Jin.
0 to 100.
That's what Ethan threatened to do.
Yeah. It's not going to take much to break Daniel with that.
But he is doing this for one reason and one reason only. We hear him say, when that helicopter comes, Sun is getting on it. And I don't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then she's like, what about your other friends? He's like, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. You get my wife on the helicopter. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm done with you. Get my wife on the helicopter. Okay, thanks. Bye. Have a great night.
I think too, there's it's like, she's getting your spot. You're staying because she's taking your spot on that helicopter. And you consider but what about other people? And he's like, I don't care about them. She is getting your spot.
But do you notice that he didn't say I don't care about them. He again goes, Sun's getting on the hill. He doesn't, she tries to catch him into that so then she can maybe use that against him later, right? That's the way I always took it. And she's like, well, what about your friends? I think she was baiting him to be I don't care about them. I just want my wife safe so that she could later be like, well, I was talking to Jin. And he said he didn't care if you guys got off the island. You know what I mean? I felt like she was baiting him.
I think we know that we don't necessarily trust them. And we also know that their mission isn't to rescue everyone. But there is one helicopter that's going backwards and forwards to the island. How many people can you get on it? They're going to come back to pick up their people. Jin doesn't trust that they're going to come back and pick up everyone. So it's whatever happens, she's on that first trip with you and Daniel, and she's getting onto the thing. And if you follow through and you get everyone off the island, fantastic. But if not, at least Sun got off. Like,
Right.
that's it.
Jin is on the same mission that I'm on. We've got to get Sun off the island.
Get her off there. Anyway, we also
Unintentional throuple of Sun, Jin, and Kevin.
that wouldn't be bad.
I'm not mad at it.
Right.
Who's the father? That's the real question.
Juliet also does start the surgery, and to no one's surprise, Jack is being a horrible patient because he is in pain. Like,
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's right. Like that area is already in pain, and now you're cutting into it. Like it's not going to go well.
Right.
Where like Michael, you like to give shit to Bernard. Why didn't Bernard already just have it ready to go? Why wasn't he more prepared to knock him out? Why did it take so long?
Yeah, dickhead. Why didn't he just chloroform somebody? All this could have been avoided if Bernard had just used the chloroform. Also, how long did it take Bernard to Mr. Magoo his way to the chloroform? He's like fumbling with the cross. Juliet's like, Bernard, knock him out. He's like, oh, I'm not used to doing anything on this show. He's more useful in the one episode of Friends he's in.
Oh my god. Poor Bernard.
Oh my god.
Doesn't deserve roles.
He's a doctor, okay?
He's not a doctor.
He's a dentist.
Yeah.
He's a doctor of dental medicine.
Yeah.
I will say though, in Bernard's defense, a little bit, he did try and like warn Jack. Like this is where we got the episode title. He's like, "You sure you don't want me to knock you out? You could dream about something nice back home." Like he did try, and of course, Jack, being his stubborn self, was like, "Nope, I'm good. Let's go. Light a candle up."
If you need someone in the room with you need someone who knows what the tools are and can hand them to you, and that's Bernard. He knows what the tools are and can hand them to her.
He just was not prepared for the chaos of Jack screaming in pain. That doesn't happen in the dentist office.
No.
But yeah, so of course Juliet does say knock him out, Bernard, knock him out, because he is not helpful. Like,
yeah, she gets real intense, and it's like I feel like should be focusing on the knock him out, but she keeps going, Kate, leave, knock him out, Kate, get out of here, knock him out, Kate, you gotta leave now. Like, why don't you knock him out
Kate's
first
not
and then
the
get rid
issue.
of Kate? Yeah,
Right, Kate's just there.
Yeah, she ain't doing shit right now.
Because they asked her to be
Do you
there.
think she's gonna wrestle Bernard, who's much larger than her, to not let Jack get knocked out? I don't understand. Like,
Kate would kick the shit out of Bernard. Are you joking?
I don't know. He's got a solid 50 to 100 pounds on her. It'd be tough.
Kate is petite, but she's very crafty.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think I agree with Michael on this one. I don't think Bernard is winning this fight.
This is my best episode. Everyone agrees with me.
Michael's
Least favorite
down.
character of the episode, Michael, getting too much credit.
I generally agree with Michael, so you can add me to that list. Except for Bernard. I didn't know you don't like Bernard. That's sad.
See,
I just think it's funny to hate him because he's such an innocuous character, but
Yeah. No, there's no lock here, so we can't, we can't be in lockstep today.
Going back to our flash forward, we do have Jack working, and the beeping starts. It's almost kind of like the beeping of the computer. That was where they were kind of setting that up.
Yep.
But he goes out and is a smoke detector is not a button that he has to push every 108 minutes. It is a smoke detector, which he takes the battery out, which we already talked about that would not happen.
Yeah.
But he sees his dad just sitting over. I also love that Christian like sits up. He's like, "Hey, what's up?"
How you doing?
Full on sits up.
And
yeah.
like, is that Christian? Like, we've seen Christian walking around the island. Is this Christian walking around Jack's doctor's office, or is this a hallucination because Jack is apparently not sleeping well and going crazy?
Yeah, I don't know if they ever properly explain the off-island ghosts, but, c'est la vie.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to process seeing these still. So I hope I find out.
I do have to give it up to you though, Jake, because the first time I watched it, like when Hurley said you'll be visited too, like I literally left the episode when it ended the first time I watched it going, Jack never got visited.
Oh,
really?
I love that she picked that up. Like I was supposed to visit Jack because Christian's just always been there, right? So
Right.
in my head I was just you know what I mean? I was expecting something else. I think.
I don't want any of you to ever give me shit again when I say Kristen's dumb.
Listen.
Christian Shepherd?
I've never give you shit for that.
oh my god!
The highly decorated doctor who's one of the best in the world. That Christian Shepherd is dumb. Kevin, check yo.
Kristin.
Oh, Yeah, no, I agree. Kristin's telling me. Yeah, move on. She ain't no highly decorated doctor.
Thank you, Brandon, for providing more dumb than me in that one.
I was like, Kristin is not the most respected doctor.
Well,
you know what? I've seen enough Grey's Anatomy. I could be. But with that, we do have him obviously getting startled by his colleague. He's like, I'm not sleeping well. I've just proposed. Like, all these things are going on. Write me some pills. And she's like, sure, here you go. Like, she no care in the world. She's like, yep, here you go. We also brought up there are so many other sleeping aids. Why do we need to go straight to a script? Like, I don't understand these things, but okay. With that, he arrives home. Kate's on the phone. I don't know, Jake, did you pick up what she was saying on the phone?
I didn't. I just noticed she was on the phone, and I didn't necessarily buy that she was talking to like a friend in the neighborhood, as she said. Like, I didn't buy that at all.
Yeah, what did she say? Jack's not home until after 8?
Jack never comes home till after 8. I could stay for an hour or so. So this is very like, and like Jack obviously hears this too. So like obviously when we get to the next scene of him being like, where were you? What were you doing? Like it's easily like, that could be a cheating thing, right? Like Jack won't know. Like I'll make it home before he gets home. Like, and then she's like, that's Noreen. He's like, you've never mentioned her before. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like that anybody could easily be like, what is she doing? Because obviously she's not telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I had this Mandela effect memory that she was actually planning like an engagement party, a surprise engagement party, and that's not a thing that happened. They do reveal later what she was actually doing, but I had a memory of like eventually he walks in and all these people are there, and it's like surprise engagement party, and he's just an asshole. But no, that's not what happened. I like to think that's what happened. It's my fan fiction.
Also, I do find it funny, like, Jack is the worst person to overhear something like this. I bet in Kate's head, she's like, ah, shit. Like, there's no way I'm going to get this guy to drop it. It's like, this is going to be a whole thing now. Oh, dear.
I know. Well, because we've seen that from time, like that is a majorly said line, and she's going to say it too, is let it go. Like, he's like, this is a major line that happens with Jack, is let it go. Like, stop.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yes, also your way out of this, buddy. Like, just but yeah, going back, obviously. Oh, and he does take the pills for the first time here. This is where the starts.
I'm gonna give his doctor a little shit here, where he's like, can I get some kind of sleeping medication? And she just immediately writes a prescription for an incredibly addictive sleeping pill. Like, that's not how that works at all. Like, you can't just ask a doctor for a prescription like that. No.
I think if you think about it for any amount of time, you realize that's not how that would work. But if you just think of it at the surface level of like coworkers who are friends who like ask each other for a favor, like you don't question it. And I think we're just supposed to do that.
No, that's a lawsuit, actually.
Right.
Like,
when you think about it, when you actually think about the reality, you're like, wait a second, she can't do that. But like, as you're watching, you're just supposed to be on the journey, and you're just like, oh yeah, these are just coworkers who just help each other out
by giving them
and maybe just take it with water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take it with water, not beer.
Water, not alcohol. But yeah, I think that like, I don't know. I don't think that this is supposed to be like an indictment of that character. I think this is just supposed to be a quick way to write this in of like, how does he like, we're not writing a whole several scenes of him going to
a whole 7 scenes.
Right. Of him going to therapy because he can't sleep. Like, it's just to get us
from point A to B. I get it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
Well, going back to the island, we have Claire waking up without Aaron next to her, and Christian is there, and she's like, Dad? He's like,
John Terry flew out to Oahu, and they're like, we're going to use him, okay?
Yeah, we're like, you know what? We haven't seen Christian in a minute. Let's just throw him back in here. And like,
he's on set. Let's shoot a couple scenes. Let's get him in there.
But yeah, no, he's holding Aaron, and she is like confused. She's like, Dad, what are you doing here? But then we also go back to Juliet. Bernard comes out and tells Kate, like, hey, it's fine. He's good. You can go back in. Kate walks in to the worst stitching job I've ever seen in my life. These are the biggest freaking stitches. This is like Frankenstein shit. Like, they're not even like together. Like, there's like a massive gap in between them. I get that they're using probably not like obviously stitches, but like, you also went to a medical station. You guys have gotten some crazy shit. So like, what is this? Is this twine off the off the plane? I don't understand. It bugs me.
She's used to dealing with vaginas.
Well, I would hope she wouldn't stitch up a vagina.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Is when I stitched up a hole like that.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Good God!
Anyway. I mean, maybe that's how you stop the women on the island from getting pregnant. You stitch them up. Anyway,
with the gaps that she had in between each stitch, I'm pretty sure something could fit in there.
I both have a lot of thoughts, but not any of the words to describe those thoughts. I'm very confused and concerned.
Is that because
about this conversation, not about what happened in the show, about what you all are saying?
Vaginas, right? The vagina threw him off.
Kevin's never seen one before.
We're leaving space.
Not familiar with the anatomy.
I've seen textbooks. Okay.
Oh Lord. Anyway, Juliet starts having a conversation with Kate. She brings up that he kissed her. Okay, again, no, she's not holding anything back. She's like, "Yep, he kissed me that day you came back. He kissed me." Like she says it like a couple times, but she does also have the moment of like kind of her own letting it go moment of being like, he didn't kiss for me. Like he kissed for him to realize that he was in love with somebody else. AKA you. And she's like, okay, thanks, bye. Promptly leaves the tent. Like,
I also like that she says it was nice. Like, if I kiss someone and they're like, it was nice. Like,
she didn't say it was
I'm
nice.
done.
She was like, it was nice. Like that to me was like her moment of like admitting that, like, yeah, she did like it. She liked it. But like that kiss was not about the two of them being a couple. That kiss was like a lot of things Jack does to prove a point, and the point that he was trying to prove was, I don't actually care about Kate. I'm over Kate, but you're not over Kate.
But also, I think it was a little bit of a dig too, to be like,
I thought Juliet was marking her territory. I thought that was her being like, by the way, he kissed me. So like,
not really her. I mean, I do think that it's her like kind of letting it go. You know what I mean? Like being like they're supposed to be together, kind of situation. But like, let me just throw a little salt in the wound if it was nice.
Because she says after, like, I know you're awake. So I thought that was her calling him out of
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like, you're not gonna play me. Like, I'm not, like, no.
Yeah. But also, Jack, like, she's sewing you up. She knows the differences in your breathing of when you're asleep and when you're not asleep.
Yeah.
Like, did you really think you were going to get away with that? I love this. See, that's what I'm saying. This entire episode, Juliet's just calling everybody out. She doesn't care.
She just says whatever's on her mind at any time and exposes people. It's fun.
She does. Finishing up this episode, though, we do get to our final flash forward where Kate shows up and Jack is waiting for her and immediately questions her. Oh my God, this is like a doomed relationship. Like, I mean, you're sitting there in the dark, creepy as hell, and you're drunk and taking pills. Like, we've got a massive problem. But he wants to know where she was, why he got home and the nanny was still here, and she's supposed to leave at 4. Where the hell have you been? And she's like, well, I had to run some errands. You know, I had her stay a little later. He's like, yeah, I'm not buying that. Where you at? What were you doing? She's like, dude, okay, I need you to trust me. Like, I need you to trust. And he's like, yeah, no, where were you at? And she's like, kind of what Michael mentioned of like, shit, of course, he's never going to let this go. Like, he's never going to let this go. She doesn't even try it. The line comes out of let it go. And he follows her into the kitchen. He's like, no, where were you like at? What were you doing? And I like how at first she's like, I had to do something for him. Like, doesn't even like, and he's like, who? Like, you know who it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just like, right, like, you know who it is. Like, you know what I mean? He's just, like, wants her to say the name, and then, like, he's gonna get pissed because she brought up his name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no win for Kate here. And normally I'm not a defender of the Kate, but you know.
Will you defend Kate to hate on Jack? Is that the depths we have to go to get you to defend Kate?
Yeah, no, but, like, from somebody that's that, if you're, like, setting me up to, like, yell at me more, like, that's just, like, that's a dick move.
Yeah, we've seen this from Jack before, because this is almost like beat for beat, similar to, A Tale of Two Cities, when he thinks his wife is cheating on him, and he, like, follows her, and it turns out it's an AA meeting, and, like, he thinks she's been sleeping with his father, right? Like, that whole shenanigans. Yeah. And, this him just repeating past self-destructive behavior of going straight to, oh, Kate is cheating on me, or something like that.
I I don't even know necessarily. I think because this has always been this like love triangle, because like you see how immediately pissed he gets when she's like, I made Sawyer a promise. And he's like, well, what is it? And she's like, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, he wouldn't want me to. Like, and we know that he wouldn't want, like how Sawyer is. Like, you know what I mean? It's like this love triangle that it's not, I think from the beginning, he knew this had something to do with Sawyer. I don't ever think that he thought she was cheating on him.
Well, and Jake, what is the thing that she's doing for Sawyer?
Setting him up with Kristin. I don't know.
We're not taking cop-outs. We want actual theory.
No, I'm kidding. I think
that was the best cop-out, though.
It was pretty good, to be fair.
Maybe it's some sort of deal that she made with Sawyer when they were leaving. I mean, we still don't know, like, everybody who isn't a part of this Oceanic Six, if they are all going to end up dying. We know a couple people are going to, unfortunately, be unalived.
Like who?
Yeah, I mean, like, we know Jin isn't alive.
Yeah, Jin has a grave.
Yeah, so...
and he doesn't say Sawyer died. He says Sawyer stayed.
Yeah.
Sawyer made his choice.
Yeah.
So our indication is that Jin is dead, but Sawyer is not dead. Sawyer is just not a part of the Oceanic Six.
And she's like, Jack's like, he made his choice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here. He's not.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because
I was gonna say I want to revisit that in the spoilers.
Yeah, this is more of a dick moment of him being like, I saved you. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, we don't know how this went down, and that may be the case, but like, if you save somebody, you're not throwing it back in their face, like however many months later. Like, this is he's just so horrible in this episode.
This is a bad Jack episode.
Every so often, they have to have a flashback or a flash forward that reminds you, oh yeah, Jack's a piece of shit. Like, they need to...
I wouldn't say that.
Well, all right. Well, you won't say it yet, but let's go to the next thing that he decides to do. Is she's like, I'm not going to have you acting like this in front of my son. And he's like, you're not even related to him?
Yeah, and then Aaron walks in, like, come on, that's shitty.
Like,
okay, that is shitty. And it's shittier because Jack is related to him. You should be taking care of him. You're his next of kin, asshole.
Yeah.
But also, this is for Jake really quick, and anybody that watches Survivor. As an adopted child,
God. Not thankfully.
I know, but I will say that like that does not make you family. So like blood does not always make you family. So Jack, like, fuck off.
Okay. Jack is drunk and on addictive medication at this point. Like,
and whose fault is that, Kevin?
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is, this is not indicative of Jack as a person.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, that's his father's fault because his father was an alcoholic, and it's genetic.
Right.
So
This
isn't Jack's fault though. Like, because
I'm not saying it's not Jack's fault. I'm saying this is not indicative of Jack. Like, this is not Jack is not a dick all the time, and this is evidence of that. This is evidence.
Worse, but he's consistently self-destructive. He will not allow himself to be happy because when he is, he burns it all to the ground because he blames himself for something. I get it. I feel it. But, like, you can't say it's not his fault. This is directly his own fault.
I didn't say it's not his fault. You're saying he's a dick.
Yes.
And I'm saying he's not a dick. I'm saying he is currently on a self-destructive path because of a lot of the things that have happened to him that we've seen in the show. But that is not indicative of who he... Like that's the difference. There's a difference between saying someone is being a dick and someone is a dick, right?
I'm going to stand by Jack's a dick. I think he's altruistic. I think he has good intentions, but his personality, like his default mode, is being a dick to most people consistently, and that is shown throughout the show. Yes, I will not elaborate this time. Thank you.
More often than not, he's doing his absolute best to help people and save people. Whether or not
his
he has
actions
a hero
are kind, that doesn't mean he's not a dick.
Well, I don't think there's been that much evidence of him being a dick. I think he has his struggles, but 9 times out of 10, he's trying to help people. And we've seen that.
Let me look on YouTube for compilation of Jack being a dick.
Oh my God!
You can look away while I finish my point, but like I just don't understand how we've had 4 seasons of this guy. Like, he's saved so many people.
Mm-hmm.
He has some struggles. Yes, he can be a dick on occasion, but I don't think it's like his default behavior. I think it is.
Agree.
He is trying to help, and he constantly gets weighed down by his own like traumas, just like everyone else on this show, because that is literally the point.
He
of the
is
show.
a flawed, imperfect person, and like sometimes makes bad choices, and like he's clearly really affected by. They've said that they have to lie about what happened, right? Like he's clearly really affected by that. He's clearly really affected by what Hurley has said to him, right? Like he made bad choices. I'm not going to say that he has not made a bad choice here. I'm not going to say that he's in the right here, but like I don't think that he as a person is a dick. I don't think he as a person is an asshole.
I'm reading a Reddit thread right now that is entitled Jack is a dick. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I guess
on Reddit.
a Reddit thread is fact. That's as much fact as the facts Kristin was shooting at her ass earlier, too.
Oh my God.
If we have got to the point where we're having a quote Reddit, I think this argument is done and dusted.
Yeah, I think we can move on.
We're wrapping up this episode because it's longer than I thought it would be anyway. But we end the episode with Sawyer waking up. Claire is not there. I love that Miles is like, she left in the middle of the night. She wasn't alone. She left with her guy. She called Dad. And he's like, so you didn't go after her? You didn't stop it? And he's like, I have a restraining order. Like,
Yeah, that smart ass comment.
Throws that back in his face. But also, like, that is also a dick move. Like, okay, like, Sawyer would want you to go follow her. Like, stupid.
I think it's a way bigger dick move to like what he does than Jack personally. Like I think he's a much bigger dick as a person than
Miles
Jack is as a person.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Miles.
Sure. No, I'm not going to disagree that Miles. That's
but
also
anyway.
his default mode. But
As they're sitting there arguing about a restraining order or not, then we hear Aaron crying, which will make Michael make him his least favorite character just because the poor baby cries. But they do walk up to Aaron left at the base of a tree with no Claire in sight. They leave us with this cliffhanger of like, what? Because Claire would never leave Aaron. So what the hell happened here? Because this is bad. So Jake, what do you think is going on here? Because this is like, Claire would never leave Aaron. So what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she must have gone and followed who she thinks is Christian Shepherd somewhere. And I don't know. It's going to lead her somewhere that's really bad for her, I think. I don't know. So I'm curious where Claire went off to and left Aaron. So
Yeah, not good. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. So let's least favorite, and rank this.
yeah. Favorite for me, I'm gonna go Jin. That moment with Charlotte is just really, really good. I mean, threatening to break Daniel's fingers, and like, yeah, I mean, just like the fact that he sussed her out immediately, it is great. Least favorite, unfortunately, is not a good episode for Jack. So I am gonna make Jack my least favorite character of the episode. I don't think he is a bad guy, but just in this episode, he has some questionable actions.
Jack haters, pop off in the comments, please.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go. My favorite of the episode, pretty much any episode he appears in, will be Lapidus. Always great. he always chews the scenery, however long he's in an episode. Least favorite, no surprise, is Jack. Listen, like, I'm the same way, where like things are going so well, and like life is good, and then one little setback happens, and I let it, I used to let it like take me off my path, and now I'll let it slide. Jack hasn't gotten to that point. Like one little setback, and suddenly he's back into the self-destructive behavior. He's drinking again. He's doing drugs. He's lashing out at Kate. He's saying mean things. Like, man needs to take accountability and go to some freaking therapy. Do some CBT. Work on yourself, Jack. Come on.
Oh boy.
My favorite character of the episode is Juliet, because she's just incredible throughout the entire thing. She's no bullshit. The only negative you could say is that she should have just knocked Jack out from the start and told him to shut up, but she dealt with things perfectly, and she's so good. My least favorite character, no surprises, Kristin. Who's it gonna be?
Turn him in.
Oh, I thought he was saying Kristen's favorite character. I'm like, that's a good choice.
No, actually, it's gonna be Sawyer, Kristin.
Absolutely not. You're trolling.
Absolutely, yes.
You're trolling.
You said your least favorite?
Sawyer's going to be my least favorite character of the episode.
Well, I'm really Team Kristin today. Jeez.
What did Miles do in this episode to deserve the macho bullshit of Sawyer? to be like, you've got a restraining order. He's just with them. He's not doing anything wrong. And then because of Sawyer's macho bullshit actions, Miles doesn't tell them when Claire goes wandering off into the jungle. That is directly Sawyer's fault. It's Sawyer.
Not Miles' fault at all. Sawyer.
Okay, so
He had a restraining order. What could he do?
I do actually like that they are
not
setting up the
going to-
Miles and Sawyer dynamic here.
I am not going to blame Sawyer for not trusting the people from the boat. That was kind of his thing all along. That's why he went with Locke. I'm not going to blame him for being protective of Claire. He's very clearly been protective of Claire for a while. We know that he was a big jerk and he has a big soft heart now, and so he wants to take care of Claire the baby. But who could have done something? Who could have prevented Claire from wandering off into the jungle? Miles. And he did nothing, and then he turned around and just blamed it on Sawyer when he could have at least kicked Sawyer and been like, hey, your girl's running away. But he didn't. So that's why Miles is my least favorite character of the episode.
Took his restraining order seriously.
It's not an actual restraining order.
They're
I'll
on an
save my
island.
thoughts for the spoilers.
It is not legally binding.
There's a reason Miles didn't stop Claire.
So anyway, I'm going with Miles as my least favorite. I mean, I want to say Jack just to say fuck you to the rest of you. But like, he is a flawed person. Like he's not a bad person. He makes mistakes. He's a flawed person. But no, I think like I agree
Just
with
like
Michael.
John Locke.
No, John Locke's a dick. And he's dumb.
Kevin, can I show you something? I've got something I want to show you.
Is it the bird?
It's gonna be his
Do you
middle
see what this is? It's a coin. Locke, Jack. Locke, Jack.
So is Jack
Two
the
sides of
brain
the same
and
coin.
Locke is the dumbass
you're the
bird
creep,
on the back?
Kevin.
Like what?
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Locke ever been an alcoholic?
I
I don't
want to make a
recall.
Jack, but just to spite you guys. But I mean, he's clearly not the best character of the episode. So no, I'm going to agree with Michael and say Juliet. She's badass. She's very smart. She's very capable.
I do love Juliet.
She's very fun.
Consistently.
Yeah, her calling everybody out. Rose was also in the running because of what she did in the beginning of the episode. Because I think she's
With one
great.
line.
Happy to see
Her
Rose.
tone,
man.
right?
Yeah.
I think what is this her first appearance since the season 3 finale?
I think so.
No, she was in.
Season
She
one.
was because I looked up her credits. She was in episode 1 of season 4.
Oh wow,
I looked it up.
so different.
Well, I mean, this is no surprise. Jack is the least favorite character because
Yeah.
he's so bad in this episode. Also, I was going to put Juliet because I do love a Juliet. We know how much I love Juliet. Because of Michael's bullshit, though, I will go ahead and make Sawyer my favorite character of the episode because he's fucking awesome and he's hot and all the things you're not. So there you go.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Michael is very hot. Thank you.
You have changed your tune, Kristin.
I know,
Holy
I mean-
shit.
So on Michael's team, all freaking, and then you had to say that bullshit comment. So yeah.
I just would like to point out that I could have very clearly made Jack my favorite character because he takes his shirt off multiple times this episode. I could have pulled a Kristin and I didn't.
So are these opinions fueled by thirst? Is that what's happening?
I mean, if that were the
They're
case,
fueled
I-
by whatever petty thought we have in the moment, Brandon.
But no, in all seriousness of Sawyer though, like he has completely changed. He is extremely protective over Claire. I mean, like even just like the little like get behind me like moment, like this is so far fetched from Sawyer that we've ever seen. And like even when we were like, oh my gosh, he's changed, like he's done like a 180. Now he's even going like further. Like you can't go further than a 180, but like you know what I mean? Like because 360 would take him back to the bad. He's just getting continuously better. That you're like, oh, Sawyer can't get any better than this, and then he does. And so I think for Sawyer and what we've seen from season 1 to now is just I love him, and we know that.
all right, let's hit our episode rankings. So,
Wow.
all right, do we want to scroll down to like the season rankings first, and then
It's not going up there.
It's not
Yeah,
top
I-
20.
No.
I don't think so either.
This might be the worst episode of the season so far.
100%.
Best. I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably
Like even
correct.
I'm not big on Saeed. Like The Economist isn't my favorite, but yeah, nothing happens on the island. Like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, so Something Nice Back Home is gonna go there.
It just bothers me. Like, the writer's strike happened, they had to cut down the season order. They cut out like 3 full episodes, and they kept this.
Okay, but like I said, the whole again, I hate admitting that Michael was right about anything because then it seems to undermine all of my I hate John Locke stuff. But the point is, the writers are making it clear to us on the island and in the flash forward that Jack is not supposed to leave. Right? Like that is
Sure.
clearly...
I think you can keep the flash forward. I think that is vital to Jack's story of like showing how he gets to that place in the season 3 finale. But you can change what happens on island. I think Jack has an appendectomy done is like the most lame ChatGPT thing you can come up with. Like,
this was long before ChatGPT. What are you talking about?
I was speaking colloquially, Kevin.
You kids, you darn kids, and your colloquialisms.
I'm saying that if I went to ChatGPT and I'm like, write me an episode of Lost that isn't very good, Jack gets
it would come up with Jack's tattoo. That's what it would come up with.
This will be the longest thing ever.
Okay. Yeah, this has gone off the rails on this episode. But if you like what you see with Lost, like, share, comment, subscribe. All of that helps us out. We want to hit our goals. And yeah, I mean, it sounds like you guys might not be doing a spoiler section, so
no, we're not.
So
it's a pretty basic episode.
Yeah, well, I'll let us end this episode, and we'll see you all next time for more Lost on the Tribe of Nerds.
John Locke still sucks.